and welcome everyone to another insightful episode of Interview Experience by Metallurgy with your friend and host Vedant. Once a wise person said that I know the price of success. It is dedication, hard work, and an unremitting devotion to the things you want to see happen. With this, I would like to welcome our today's guest, Mr. Subham sir. Sir had recently got double placement in OYO and Increff for the role of business analyst. So many congratulations, sir.
Yeah,
We are
thank
very
you, Vedant.
We are very eager to have a detailed conversation with you, sir. So let's begin. Sir, I think our viewers would be familiar with the OYO, but could you please give a brief intro of both OYO and Increff for our viewers? And could you also tell us that what roles and responsibility will be there in these both companies for a business analyst?
Yeah, sure. Firstly, so thank you for having me here, Vedant, and the entire I Love Metallurgy team. For Increff, so it's actually a software as well as a data-backed company, and their primary goal is to help. And it's a startup which was founded way back in the year 2016. And recent years they have they have scaled very highly. So it's a company that tries to help brands, lifestyle and fashion brands, and mostly if you see that mostly all the top level fashion brands, if you see, they are the clients of Increff. So they provide their merchandising analytics and supply chain related solutions to them using their software. So that is their basic. And OYO rooms, as you know, uh, it's they provide, yeah, as you know. And about the roles, so business analyst role is quite it is very a dynamic role. It depends from a company to the company. Right now in Increff, if you ask me, so it's a role which is very much into the client facing side. And so you have data of the client, you have to do all the cleanups of the data provided by the client, then you feed those data into the system, then you have to create reports from the data and generate insights from it, and all those insights and you have to share with the client on a regular basis. It's not like once they have onboarded a client. So yeah, that's about Increff. That's about the role and my responsibilities at Increff. And in OYO, so they have so OYO is a product based company, right? So they have different products and services, and basis there, and they assign business analysts in different products and services, and we have to keep improvising on the products using data and generating insights from it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you very much, sir. So can you tell us what are the tools are there which you are supposed to work in the company, both in Cliff and OYO? What are some of the tools that you will be using in the company for data analysis?
Yeah. So as you know, like the role involves the role of an analyst. So the primary responsibility of any analyst or a business analyst or data analyst is to play with data. So my main tools tools will be Excel, SQL, Tableau, and a little bit of Python as far as Increff is concerned. And in OYO, from what I know, is you will get to also use Python machine learning, Google Analytics, yeah, all these tools.
So for the sake of our viewers, sir, could you please tell the difference between business analyst or data analyst, or are they the same thing? For referring the same thing, they are the different names.
So actually, there is a slight difference between both. So data, as a data analyst, you will be working with data, and you also have to generate this data. Like you have to perform ETL tasks like extract, transfer, and load. But these kind of tasks are usually not performed by a business analyst. They are usually provided with the data, and they have to clean the data. And a business analyst role differs from one company to another. Like if you are in a software company, so you might even have to do a consulting sort of a role and not really deep dive too much into the data. Matlab, you have to understand the business of the company and not really spend too much time into the data and the insights. So a business analyst role is very much into it is I would say that it is 60% more onto the business of a company and 40% into the data. But as far as the data analyst is concerned, it is uh, let's say 75 to 80% data and 20 to 25% onto the business of a company.
Sir, business analyst is a quite a diverse field, and it depends upon company to company that how
Correct.
business analyst perform in a company.
Right, right, right.
Sir, going to the selection procedure, sir. How many rounds were conducted in your selection procedure, and what was the nature of each round, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So in Increff, there were a total of 4 rounds. Firstly, there was a small test of around 12 to 15 minutes, and in which we were asked simple logical reasoning questions and general aptitude questions. But it was a very basic level, not usually those which are asked in a 45 minutes or a 90 minutes test. And in this, I would also speak about the number of students that had appeared in this question only. Okay. So around 250 students had appeared in this round, and post this, there was another aptitude round in which aptitude, logical reasoning, comprehension, and yeah, all these things were covered. And in that round, out of 70 students got selected in the first round, and on the and after the second round of test, around 40 students got selected. And in the third round, it was there were and post that there were two interview rounds, PI1 and PI2, and yeah, so around 40 students appeared in PI1, and post that 7 students appeared in PI2, and finally 2 students were selected in the final round.
So, sir, was the selection procedure same for OYO also, or it was a bit different? Like, how many rounds were there in OYO?
So in OYO, selection procedure was slightly different. There were 3 rounds mainly. I think, yeah. First, the normal aptitude test, and the second was the group discussion, and in the third round, we had a personal interview round.
Sir, what was the selection ratio in each round for OYO?
So in OYO, around I don't remember exactly the number how many students had applied, but after the test, there were 50 students shortlisted, and for group discussion, that is for the second round. And in GD, there were a total of 14 students selected out of those 50 students, and in the final round for the PI, out of those 14, 5 students got the final offer.
Yes, sir. Sir, going to the aptitude round, sir, what will be your suggestions to the student that how they can enhance their aptitude so that they can ace this round?
So, as you know, like for aptitude, we have Arun Sharma's books, which we like very wholeheartedly follow, and you can solve questions up till level 2 for campus placements. And besides that, there are also many websites which are there, like Face Prep is there. We have India Bix, so all those things you can follow. And like if you are stuck on a particular topic, you can also search videos on YouTube and get your concepts and doubts cleared from there. So yeah.
So going to the sir personal interview group discussion, sir. Yes, sir. Will be your suggestion for the group discussion round? Like many companies have it and many companies don't have it. So, sir,
Mhm.
how one can practice for group discussion?
So firstly, like you can understand what a group discussion is all about. What are things like what are the matrices or key performance indicators that like a group discussion the one who conducts a group discussion looks for in a candidate, right? You can search it on the website, on any website in the internet. And for practice purpose, like you can basically form groups with your friends or 5 to 10 people, and on regular basis you can have group discussions. And yeah, I mean, initially you will face problem, but even I had done this during my end of third year, and I had seen many friends whose GD skills got really improved. So this it is very very helpful.
Sir, going to the personal interview round, sir, how were the questions? What were the questions which were being asked in the personal interview round, and what will be your suggestions to the viewers?
So at Increff, in the first round, they had like as soon as I my interview started, the first question that was asked was like, "Have you done any projects?" Was yeah. So it was no guesstimate or puzzle. Like, have you done any projects? So I had done good amount of projects in data science and machine learning, and like I had participated in few machine learning competitions like in hackathon, DeFi platforms. So I would say that around 40% of my time was taken in that interview. 40% of my time was it was all about project discussion. It's not just key, like did you were you able to use Python or SQL, or how much did you use. It was more about what all insights that you generated from the data and what all problems that you faced. Like a normal data science project involves a lot of steps, so I had to explain all those steps carefully. And post that, yeah, in a normal analyst interview, few two puzzles were asked, one guesstimate was asked, and some questions on Excel as well.
The OYO, sir, what were the questions asked in the personal interview? Were this similar to Increff or were they a bit different?
So in OYO, the questions were also similar. Even when they saw their CV, when they saw my CV, the first question was asked, well, like, explain us about the project. It was something related to revenue. So, I mean, in OYO rooms, a lot of their projects, internal projects that they work on revolves around revenue, because since they are a product-based company, so like they have to like keep a track on the revenue and all those things. So it was on the same lines, I would say, guesstimate puzzles, projects, and everything.
So for the projects, sir, projects are really important in these types of interviews or for the analyst role. So, sir, what will be your suggestions for the student that what projects they can follow and what are the resources that they can choose, or what are the websites they should follow for doing a project or for gathering resources for the projects?
Yeah, okay. So it depends. Right now, as you know, that data science and machine learning field is booming, right? But there is no there is no actually right track to approach it. So I had like some seniors to guide me through it. So like if you have some interest in data science, so first thing you can do is, like, in YouTube is a great source, right? So I whatever that I learned, it was mostly from YouTube. I had taken few courses from Udemy and all earlier, but uh, so I followed Chris Nayak channel on YouTube, like very wholeheartedly, completely, and it really helped me. So it was all about data science and machine learning. So after learning all those things, it's very important that you do projects. So one way of doing projects is to like find just already done projects on YouTube videos. But other way around is like there are several websites also right now which host data science competitions regularly. Like there are many, like machine hack is there. They have small problem statements. Like after you have learned the entire data science how to solve a data science problem right from the beginning of fetching of data to predicting generating a machine learning model, and finally validating the efficiency or the how much better the model is performing. So you can go for websites like Machine Hack, DeFi platform, Driven Data. Then we have, like, I had also done participated in a few competitions in Hacker Earth. Yeah, and also like and one more thing was the IIT Guwahati had conducted a data science boot camp. Like they usually conducted in the month of March and April. It's a 2 month long data science boot camp, and almost each and every detail of data science is covered. They provide us with regular assignments, and in the end, you also get to participate in a ML competition, which is and in which around more than 1,500 students participate. Yeah, so that helped me a lot. So yeah, these are some of the resources. And also besides that, if you want to just go for normal projects using SQL and Tableau, there are many that are available on the YouTube. You can refer to them. I would suggest that.
Thank you, sir, for such a detailed answer. Sir, in the for sir, machine learning and Python. Well, Python and machine learning asked in the interview, apart from your projects, are they means how much importance one should give to Python and machine learning?
So actually, Python was not asked, but in machine learning, an algorithm of which is called random forest, if you know, that was asked, like how the model works and how is it better as compared to any other normal linear regression or a logistic regression model. And I mean, I don't think people usually ask a lot about Python because coding skills you can improve, but understanding how an algorithm works is far more important. It's important, but at this matlab, coding is also important, but those things a company can provide you the training with it, right? like whenever you join any company. So yeah, a bit of both, I would say.
Sir, when did you started preparing for the analyst profile? And sir, what were the initial resources that you followed?
Yeah. So after losing all my interest in my branch subjects, in the month of March, I realized that this is not my thing, and so I started in the month of Feb or March, yeah, in the year of like when the COVID hit in Feb March. During so I utilized that time very effectively, and initial sources were so starting out with data science. So I referred to Udemy's #1 data science bootcamp course, which is by Jose Porcila, if you know. And so it was a good, matlab, it was a good way to get an overview of what this field is like. But that was not sufficient because it was just an basic overview. So post that I followed, like we have a machine learning playlist of Krishnayak in which there are more than 112 videos. Like you have to devote more than 2 months, around 1.5 to 2 months, to understand each and every tenuous detail of data science. So I followed those videos, and even he suggests like in his channel, you will like you won't have to look for any other resources if you go there. So yeah, and post that, if you ask about SQL, so there are many videos that are there on YouTube, and for us guesstimate and puzzles, as you know, GFG is there, and for case studies, like case interview cracked is probably the best book. But besides that, if you have done that, completed that, so various IIMs usually publish case studies books every year, and the cases there are very great. I mean, if you get to understand like how a business functions or how to approach any business problem through a case study, so you can refer to those PDFs which are uploaded in their LinkedIn pages every year. So
Also, sir, February, March, sir, you were in third year or second year, sir? When you initially
third
saying it.
year, third year, third year, third
So
year.
in the third year, sir, in the month of February, March, you started preparing for the analyst profile.
Correct, correct.
Sir, so sir, follow-up question, sir. How did you manage between your core and non-core studies?
I The course was till third year, like till third semester we were in college. So I mean, if you study 1 week before any exam, that is, I feel, is sufficient enough to get you a 8 plus CGPA. And I tried to maintain that till third semester. And post that, when COVID hit, things got online. Then I don't think there was nothing else to manage between core or non-core.
So, sir, for the viewers, sir, could you please tell, sir, what are the internship opportunities in the analyst field or consultant field, and how much importance one should give to the internship for the placements?
Okay, so in order to, like, if you want to have a certain edge as compared to other candidates, internship gives you that. Like, I mean, there's no hiding away from it. But if you are preparing for placements, internships are not important. Like, I did not have an internship until third year. After getting placed, I did a small internship. But before getting placed, I did not have any internships. And like if you are into data science field, there are numerous opportunities in data science internship opportunities. Basically, more importantly on LinkedIn, I would say, because if you go onto the job section in the LinkedIn page, there are many people who are willing to hire second or third year students as an interns in data science. But you need to be good. Like you cannot be average. Like just the basic knowledge is not necessary. Like yeah.
So, sir, in the end, sir, what will be your advice to the budding students and the budding students who are trying to get into the analyst field or trying to get a placement in companies like OYO or Increff? What will be your suggestions, sir?
Okay, not related to just OYO and Increff, but in general, I would say ki, so some juniors approached me, like how should I prepare and all. But once they again approached me and I asked them, did you do what I suggested or what did you want? So people are not really willing to start. I mean, I would say like they usually think a lot ki when should I start and when should I not. So suggestion would be to if you want to get an edge, I would say that you can acquire as much skills as you can. and building good projects, which I also mentioned, like how can you with the various websites and everything. And also, I feel ki, like if you want to stand out in an interview in for any company, you should have confidence in yourself. Like whatever that you are mentioning in your CV or whatever that you have your projects, practice them well. Whatever you speak with confidence, and yeah, all those things are crucial.
So thanks a lot, sir, from the whole ILM Metallurgy team for taking time and sharing this valuable information with us. We thanks a lot. We are all our ILM Metallurgy team is thanking you from our heart. So viewers, this is the end of this interview. So don't go anywhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe the channel and stay tuned for more such talks. Thank you.